Alright everyone, the moment we've all been waiting for is finally here, but the aftertaste is anything but sweet. The full look for Jason Momoa's Lobo has finally been revealed for the Supergirl movie, and I have to be honest with you, the disappointment is universal. The hype, which was through the roof, just got hit with a massive reality check. I've got my own thoughts on this drama, on Lobo's look, and on this Supergirl movie, which seems to have a Guardians of the Galaxy vibe. But let's just say, a very weird one. We've got a lot of controversy to unpack today, so let's analyze the current state of DC together. Stay with me until the end because this rabbit hole goes deep. But before we dive into this chaos, I need to talk to you, the ones who are here every day. Producing detailed analyses like this takes an incredible amount of work, and the truth is, you are the engine that drives this channel. If you enjoy honest, raw content without the studio sugarcoating, your subscription right now is vital. Your support is what allows us to keep questioning the decisions of these major studios. So hit that button, subscribe, and join our community. Now let's talk about how the perfect fan cast might have been ruined. DC dropped a teaser that was supposed to be pure hype. Jason Momoa getting ready for the role, saying finally with real emotion. And why finally? Because Momoa is arguably the biggest fan cast in history. Long before he was Aquaman, the whole world was shouting this guy was born to be Lobo. There was no debate. The rugged look, the biker style, the sheer size. Momoa is Lobo in real life. He lives that life. He's part of the Red Rum Motorcycle Club. He has that cosmic bad boy aura. Momoa himself says he was shocked when Zack Snyder called him to the Aquaman, because he was certain the invite was for the main man. Fans were even rooting for the end of the Snyderverse just to see Momoa free to play Lobo the right way under James Gunn. And the dream felt real. As soon as Gunn took over DC Studios, the first thing Momoa did was send that DM, "Lobo, baby." Everyone was ready for something iconic. But then the teaser dropped. They revealed the full look, no smoke, no shadows. And the reaction? 80% of the internet absolutely hated it. How do you mess up a fan cast this perfect? Take a look at the image on your screen. Something feels off, doesn't it? You look at it and you know it's Lobo, but at the same time, you can feel that something is fundamentally wrong. As a fan of the character, I'm telling you, what we're feeling is production uncanny valley. Lobo isn't human, he's an alien with cartoonish exaggerated features. And the first big mistake is the hair. Lobo has that massive Goku-style hair. Trying to translate that literally to live action is a constant risk of looking like a budget cosplay. The ideal version probably would have been stylized dreads, but what they delivered looks like a cheap party store wig. I don't want to diminish anyone's work, but there are convention cosplayers out there delivering a better finish than a multi-million-dollar studio. If the makeup isn't flawless, Lobo stops being a feared space mercenary and starts looking like a member of the band Kiss who got lost on the way to a concert. If Momoa sticks his tongue out, Gene Simmons is going to show up to sue for royalties. And here's a crucial point, the lighting. You can have the best makeup in the world, but if the light is bad or the angle is wrong, you're going to look weird in the shot. The cinematography of this Supergirl movie, based on the trailers we've seen, seems to suffer from a serious yellow filter problem. Everything is yellowish, brownish, and just looks dirty. This completely kills the contrast of Lobo's white makeup. And what hurts the most is knowing they're actually adapting Woman of Tomorrow. Guys, Woman of Tomorrow is one of the greatest masterpieces of modern graphic novels. It's a landmark. The art is bursting with life, vibrant colors, and environments that make you feel immersed in every planet. When the Supergirl trailer first dropped, I actually held out hope that every planet Kara visited would have a unique color palette to emulate the insane visuals of the comic. But what we're seeing so far is a generic aesthetic, a low-budget Guardians of the Galaxy without the glow of the colors. James Gunn's the boss. He has his hands on this. They're turning a visual spectacle into something visually poor, and Lobo is heading straight into this 90s movie vibe with recycled effects. Another massive failure is the eyes. Lobo needs those red, expressive eyes. Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool proved that moving white eyes work perfectly on screen. Lobo is a cartoonish character. His expressions need to be over the top. The big mouth, the reacting eyes. If you leave Momoa with small human eyes and normal pupils, you strip away the alien essence. You see the actor in paint, but you don't see the creature. Even the bike, the Space Hog, which should be a colossal space turbine capable of dragging a moon, looks like a scrap metal motorcycle with 2 common wheels. Where is the exaggeration that makes Lobo the main man? A lot of people are comparing him to the Lobo from the Krypton series, which had a tiny budget and yet still seemed to capture the character's vibe much better. Momoa isn't to blame. He loved the role and definitely gave it his all. No complaints about the makeup chair. The issue seems to be an art direction that was too afraid to be too comic booky and ended up being too generic. It's frustrating for us who've waited 20 years for this moment. But hey, is there time to save it? Sonic went through that Chernobyl redesign and it worked. Will DC use some CGI on those eyes and adjust the skin to look like an actual Sarnian and not just an actor with white base on their face? I really hope to look at the screen and see a dangerous alien, not a rock band cosplayer. I want your thoughts now. Am I being too harsh, or is the frustration justified? Are you liking the direction DC is taking, or is James Gunn losing his grip on the aesthetic? Comment below, I'll be reading and replying to as many as possible. And don't forget, the channel is in a new phase. Besides all the DC and Marvel drama, Dragon Ball is back. The super anime is going to be with us again. And I want to know who here remembers when I used to bring you Goku in the game. Do you want to see Dragon Ball back on the channel? Shout it out in the comments. Subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next video.